Hello and welcome to Cigar Box Guitars, aka the Dutchman in San Marcos. I am the DISM, and we're starting off this time with a new project. So let's get going. All right, so here we go. Hey, got something to announce. They came in right after I finished the show last week when the wife went and picked up the mail. But my new cards. See, there's the front and there's the back. They came out pretty good, but you know that because you're watching YouTube. So, but yeah, so I got some business cards. So when I make that one for Total Wine, I'll be able to put it on the cigar box so people can find me. But yeah, they came out really nice, I thought. Now I just put a quote in for a company to get more decals that say the Stevie Ray like that. So we'll see what happens. They actually do metallic, so it'll actually be maybe even a better gold than that. These decals I made on a printer, which I just bought the paper and then it printed it, and I don't have a colored printer anymore, so I can't make them like that anymore. So I'm trying to see if I can just get a big sheet of them made and then keep buying them from a company like that. So I'll keep you posted on those. So we're gonna get going. I got some of the pieces for the new project on the bench. Oh, this is gonna make another nut. I cut it in half. I did fix that. If you saw my short, if you watch my short, you'll see that I played it and I show the new. Actually, it was the same nut I made, but I had to put it sideways. But now I adjusted it on the tennis racket. So yeah, check out my short on that. I actually play it a little bit, and you can check that out. But now I got another nut. I just have to I can put just a fret on top of this one, and use it maybe for another tennis racket. So that was a good thing. Kind of a 2-for-1 deal on that. So I got a piece of maple, which is a little wider, so I can mount maybe the neck on that. As you know, I bought a P90 for it because this will be 6 strings. So I got the P90 from C.B.G. I had this old Telecaster tailpiece laying around, so it's an older one. I kind of like the aged look on it. It's one I just pulled off of. I don't know if a Telecaster or a cheap one. So anyway, so I got that so I could use that on the box. And it lines up pretty nice with this, but I'll probably have to put other pieces on here, to support it all the way across. So we got those. We got the neck. And so we're gonna mount this neck on this box, just to give you an update. It's kind of a narrow one, which is nice. So and what I'm going to do with this neck is actually make it a bolt on, so the neck will bolt on and kind of overlap. Not sure how far I'm going to overlap it, but I'm thinking I want to get it. I'm not sure how far I'm going to overlap it here because I want to maybe get the P90 here. Or maybe the P90 down by the bridge, which that might be better down closer to the bridge. So I'll have to make that decision because see when I put this up to it, let me change hands here. When I put this up to it, see how far that goes in? Which I might go that route, That, as you can see, I got this all the way up there. So what I got to do is determine how far I'm gonna cut this piece here to fit, to be able to bolt it on the other piece sticking out. So I've got to line that up. So let me put you down to the bench, and that'll be kind of the first thing we got to do is kind of looking at how to mount that thing on this piece. But let me bring you to the bench so I can show them to you a little closer. So it'll be kind of some planning. Hope maybe we'll get into cutting this neck. I still can't find these two. The two I lost. They're on the floor. I lost these two. They fell off. I got 4 of them. I got to find those or use replacements. But we'll worry about that when we get to that point of putting those back in. So let me get you to the bench, and we'll get working. We'll get working on that. So 1 minute. Okay, so we're back on the bench. Like I was saying, this piece. Well, let's move that up here. This piece here is going to kind of be our piece through the neck for the neck. Actually, I had some veneer in here. This thing came with it, and I was actually, it's kind of nice because it fits tight. So I was actually keeping this. All these, you get these veneers with these other cigar boxes. As you can see, I got a bunch of them. I've got, oops, it's kind of fragile. It's almost like paper. But as you can see, I got a nice piece of veneer. So we'll have to find a different place to store those now that we're working on this one. So I had those stored in there. This is just the paper that comes in there. And so I've got this piece of wood. As you can see, it's about the width of that. And what I need to do, we'll actually be putting this piece in there. So then everything will the neck will bolt up to here, so it won't be this long. But what I need to figure out is when this is here, I need to figure out the width of this and where this is going to fall. So I need to mark. If this was all the way down in the box, I need to mark. And let me use my centering jig to make some lines. Because this will be a little different, because this I'll cut all the way. This I'll cut all the way to the bottom. So this is actually going to go flush because the box is so narrow. Normally on bigger cigar boxes you got that much, so you don't cut it all the way in. That's where you'd use this. So I'm just using this as a centering ruler because it's got the marks, just to get the box centered. So we'll find a center mark on this with our handy dandy template. There's 3 inches. Looks like it's going to be 3, just about 3.5. Okay, there's the half. A little less than 3.5. Let me measure it. I'm going to measure it and put a little mark on this so I can mark it accurately. So the box is is 8 and a, well, not quite a, this is the part I'm bad with on math. I gotta get my other glasses. This becomes all math now with the measuring. So this is actually 8. Let me count. Maybe I can use my guide right here. That might work better. Since I got it on the table, that'll line it up easier. I might as well use my little table thing here. So it's actually 8 1/4. 8 1/4 is what this thing is saying. If I get it lined up square. So 8 1/4 on here. We'll put it on the quarter. So we'll go here. Just trying to figure this out, so bear with me. I'm trying to make it easier for myself. It's not quite a quarter. Or is that a half? 8. Yeah, that's 8 1/2. So we'll get that line there. It's kind of on the inside. So it's on the inside of that bigger mark. So let me put a piece of tape down. So we can write on the box. Let me see if I'm going to get it the right way too. It's going to be on this side. I can't remember. I think I sprayed this one. Did I spray this one? Yeah, I did. I sprayed it. I couldn't remember if I coated this one, and usually you can tell because this is usually raw, but now that I feel it, it sealed all of this, so I sprayed it, which is nice. So let's get some tape down like this. I don't think I'll pull it up. So let's get that down there. So is that the right way? No. No, wrong side. But I'll leave that one there. This is how I figured out how do I play guitar with this hand. This way. So that would be upside down. So it's got to be this way. So I will mark this the next side when I put that tape on there. This one, this box isn't sitting flush. So we'll have to, I like this box because it's the King B or B King size. So this one might have to be screwed because it's not sitting, but we'll worry about that later. So let's get this here. Get this all marked up. Get it all marked up here, which is a big part of the process. And as you'll see, it'll go quicker once we get going. So this is going to be, I'll just mark it neck. Neck. Right? Yeah, neck. Okay, so if we take this, and hold it up, we'll split the difference. Do that. Maybe I can square the ends. Okay. I'm just marking this because I'm not cutting it like that, but this will give me This will give me the center and kind of this width, which will be a lot wider. See, normally if you had a neck, it'd be that wide. But we're doing a little different. So I got the center. Let me find my speed square. I can't find it. But what I want to measure is the how much length I have. Oh, just about that. So the blue tape, that width is about where this neck will come up to here. If you see this, it's about that wide. Maybe a little off. So we got room to play with there if we want to add a shim to tip the neck. So that means the distance between here our neck can drop down. That's just 3/4 is a little low. So a half, and a half, and a half and 2/16, which would be 1, 2, 3, 3/8. That'd be 3/8. So on this, I'm gonna go sideways. Hope I don't lose my little clips. We're gonna want to come down. We're gonna want to come down. We're gonna come. You can see where this was glued into here. Actually, it might even been a little cracked. Doesn't look like, I can't tell on the heel. But we're going to want to make this flat, but we want, oh wait, maybe I'm measuring it wrong. So if this is on here, this thing here is bent up, we're going to have to fix that. So we're going to want, we're going to want 3/8 inches down from here to here. Let me get something smaller to measure that. Trying to find my rulers. Hang on just a minute. There we go. So 3/8. 3/8 is right here. Right there. Which is just a hair. It's just a hair away from here. And so we'll cut that so that this will mount to here and be the right height on the box. This is going to have to be glued down. I think I re-glued it, but it's not straight. This is going to have to go down when we do it on the box. So let's cut this. I'll go over to the saw and we'll do it on the bandsaw. I'll try to give you a shot of that, so I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I got it set up on the saw. That's going to be a little shy of where it's actually supposed to be, but that's good because that gives room for sanding it. So we're going to cut that heel off, and it should go in my it should go in my bandsaw pretty well. So we're going to give this a try. I should be able to push that through. The fence is even, so let's give it a try. There I go, losing those things again. Anyways, we got her. Not a bad cut. I don't know how straight that is. It's weird that it's curved. See what I'm looking at is see how that looks. I don't know if that's the neck. The neck was originally off. You wouldn't think it would be that far off, but anyways, what we wanted, I gotta hold this. What we wanted was that. I might have to sand it a little bit because it looks like it's got a little bit of a lip, but I can do that on my sander. But that's what we wanted, because now we can bolt it to the block. But I'm gonna sand. This looks like it came up a little high and going in. That's why I left it a little room for sanding. See, when you look at the cut, for some reason it was high there. So let me sand it on here. Yeah, it don't sound good. I should leave these off before I lose them again. I heard them both fall. And now I need to have like a workshop. Anyways, back to this. I gotta put. I'm gonna have to get new ones on there. But that's better. I got a square. I got this square. It's weird. I don't know what that's in the neck. That's kind of weird. I don't know if that was for the truss rod. Maybe the bottom of the truss rod. But see, now I'll point you down here. Now this will go on here like that, which should be good. So if we take the box, okay, this being the neck, I know I'm going to break my little veneers here. Getting too much junk around. So if I take my box, get too much junk in the way. So that was almost on the glue joint. It just went a little stray. I think because I trying to keep it flush on the bench, but I didn't want it to kick back. But now, well, I can't do it that way because it's hitting it. But see, this will be sticking out. And that should put it, yeah. That should put it in there just like this. And it's got a little bit relief, which is what we want. So that should put it in there like that. Oh, you can't see that. Let me get it down. So this is what I was explaining. So this will go in here like this, and this will be sticking out of the box. This piece actually be sticking this way. Then we can bolt this down, because see, this will just give me some room to sand. Some room to sand and some room to bolt. So it'll actually be like a bolt-on. And I think it keeps the scarf keeps standing up, but that should be good like that. If this is if this is coming out of the box, and then this will be here, and then this will be here, all the way on the end. I need to measure here to here to get 25. So let's do that. So we're going from here, from the nut to, oh, look at that, perfect. This will be up a little farther, see, 25. So that'll be perfect. And we'll have this guy in here. We'll lose these guys on this side, but that's okay. And there we go, we'll be rocking. So, that's some of the planning. We got the neck cut. See, we cut this guy off. We cut this guy off of here. It wasn't now that I look at it, it wasn't a very straight cut. So you can see it wasn't a very straight cut. Probably my fence on that thing, but I did sand it already a little bit, and that leaves room for it to, and we can always, if it's not quite getting right, we can always shim it in here too, but it's leaving for a little relief of the neck, so when you put tension on it, it'll pull the strings down to give you the bow. So there we go. So okay, so that'll do it. I haven't, this is going to be the B King, because they're King Bs were the cigars. The King B 6-string cigar box guitar is what we'll name it. And so that's some of the layout of what we have to do next. We'll have to cut, the next time we'll cut this maple piece, or maybe something different to fit the block. We'll cut this piece into the box from this side, next side. I got to remember that, because when I turn it around, it's going to be this way. And we'll continue on with the B King, not the BB King, but the B King 6-string cigar box guitars out of this big, larger cigar box, but a thin cigar box, and it'll be a really nice electric. And we'll have to figure out what we're going to do for these tuners. But anyways, we'll go from there. So I appreciate you watching. Tell your friends, subscribe. Hey, if you put in your comment and give me your your name and address, I'll shoot you one of my cards so you can share them with your friends. But yeah, be sure to comment, watch. Uh, hey, one of my viewers, Tim out there, I already gave him a card in person. So if you want more of those cards to pass out, Tim, just let me know. So we'll see you next week. I'm going to actually be out of town. This is actually New Year's Eve day that I'm filming this. So after next year, I'll be actually out of town seeing our new baby boy. That not my baby boy, but my daughter's baby. So I'm Stevie Ray. I'm Grandpa Stevie Ray now. I am the DISM, but Grandpa Stevie Ray, and we're going up to see them in Tulare. That's just north of LA. So we'll be up there. That's why I filmed this early, because I'll be up there on the Saturday that this airs, and but we'll be back that following week, enough time to do more shorts and the other programs. So we'll see you in the new year, and Happy New Year to all of you out there. Celebrate, be safe, don't blow your hands off, because then you can't play cigar box guitars with those fireworks. But be safe out there, celebrate. We're having our Lori's famous Chicago deep dish pizza. I think we're going to start making that like a New Year's Eve tradition, so that way we have the last year with our favorite pizza, the Chicago deep dish. And homemade is even better, so she even bought the fancier tomatoes and yada yada. So if you know anything about deep dish pizza from Chicago, then you know what I'm talking about. So have a great week, and we'll see you later.